Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, blessed family. Hello, Maria Graham. Hi, Cheryl Faulkner. Walking in Divine Purpose. Hello. How are you? Hi, Barb Brownlee. How's everyone doing today? Hey, Bougie Prepper. How are you? How's everyone doing today? If you can hear me fine and see me, please put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me and see me, please put a 1 in the chat. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Barb. Yes, thank you, Walking in Divine Purpose. Please like, share out the video, and leave a comment. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hello, KJ's Healthful Living. How are you doing today? Hey, Joshua Gabriel, how are you? How are you doing? You can hear me and see me as well. Good. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone today? Everyone doing okay? Yes, yes. I hope everyone is doing okay. Everyone is having a great day today. Everyone had a great day. Very good. You're doing well. I'm glad to hear that, Maria. I'm glad that you're doing well. What's everyone's weather like? I'll tell you what. Beautiful day there. Yes, it was a beautiful day here. I think it's supposed to get hot tomorrow, hot being 77, and then it's supposed to cool off again in the 30s. So this weather is no joke. It just continues to change. Walking in Divine Purpose, you played. Thank you for playing my playlist, sis. I really do appreciate that. I am still trying to get my watch hours, so I do really appreciate that. Thank you for playing the playlist. Walking in Divine Purpose. Hey, Jamie's Country Living. How are you doing? Good to see you, Jamie. How are you? How are you doing? Oh, wow. So it's very warm where you are, Cheryl, but drop 20 or so degrees. But same thing here. It's going to drop and it's going to be in the 60s here. So, I'm sorry, it will be in the 30s here. Tomorrow it's supposed to be almost 80, and then we're dropping into the 30s for lows. So that's definitely going to have to pay attention to people that are gardening for sure. Blessed family, you're excited. You got an opportunity to start your indoor garden. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that you started your indoor garden. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Barb Brownlee, it was 62 degrees where you are, 38 and raining. Wow. So it has cooled off. It has cooled off. Jamie, I'm glad to see that you're doing well. I am doing well. I'm doing well. Yes, please play my playlist. Thank you for asking people to do that and reminding people to do that. Walking in Divine Purpose. I do have that 24-hour playlist out there for anyone that wants to watch and help with the watch hours. Joshua, no snows, a snowstorm in New York because you got the spring weather that's coming in New York. Yeah, so no snowstorms now. That's good. That's good to hear that, you know. Oh, thank you, Joshua. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, Sharon Fuller, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, blessed family, what are you growing in your indoor garden? You said you started your indoor garden. What are you growing? Hey, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yes. Today, I don't know about where you are. I think it is nationwide. This week is Severe Weather Preparedness Week. Anyone familiar with that in your area? This week is Severe Weather Preparedness Week, this entire week. Anyone else in here familiar with that? And are you doing anything for Severe Weather Preparedness Week? I think the last few weeks we've talked a bit about preparedness, and this is really, I know the month, I believe it's the month of September that is Preparedness Month, but for this entire week, because this is the week that we start with our severe weather. or at least trying to prepare for it. A lot of people, I remember last week in the live. How are you doing, Cassandra? How are you doing, Cassandra South Fulton and Garden? Excuse me, y'all. I got to turn that off. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm just going to turn that volume down. I like to monitor a couple of things so I can see what's going on. So sorry about that. But yes, this week is, yes. Good to see you, Cassandra. How are you doing? How is your weather in your area right now? We're talking about this week being severe weather. It's severe weather preparedness week this week, and just wanted to see what everyone was doing to prepare for it. If we're doing anything to prepare for it, is anyone doing anything to prepare for it? Yes. Thank everyone for joining me. Listen, if those that are watching the replay, I want to welcome you in as well. And I want to thank you for coming and watching the replay. I did notice that I do have quite a bit of folks that come back to watch the replay, and I thank you for that. Hello, back to our roots. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I know you guys are in Texas. Are you all having a record-breaking heat or are you cooling off? 70 degrees in South Carolina today. Yes, making sure. Yes. So KJ's Healthful Living, you're making sure that you're restocking your water. I did have to do some of that as well. It's 90 degrees in Texas. Wow. Now, are you guys going to cool down towards the end of the week also, or will you continue to get warm? I mean, it's 90 degrees at the beginning of March. Is that usual for you all? I know here it is not usual. It is definitely not usual for it to be that hot. I want to throw in a plug here back to our roots, since I did see you in here, to tell your girl I've been watching her, and I know that they are that's South Carolina State. That's Dawn Staley. Their team is on top again this year. I know that they're on top. I've been watching that. So congratulations to her. Tell her congratulations, and we'll continue to watch them in these playoffs for sure. Absolutely. So what we're talking about today is a severe weather. One of the things, severe weather preparedness. It's not unusual. Oh, wow. That's pretty hot for, but I guess in Texas, the beginning of March, it is. KJ, you've been watching South Carolina as well. Yeah, she's been killing it. I saw it. Yeah. Go Gamecocks. Yes, they've been killing it. And I'm real excited about that. And that's, with this month, definitely gonna pay a lot of attention to those playoffs and what's going on there. Hello, Gloria Elliott. How are you doing? How are you? Good to see you. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about was the severe weather preparedness. I know last week there were so many several people in the chat was having severe weather watches. Does everyone in here know what the differences are with watches and warnings? I think everyone in here probably knows what the differences are. Just that if there's a watch that the weather is right for, so whatever type of weather that they're going to have, and if there's a warning that you need to be seeking some sort of shelter if there's a warning. So with this week being National Weather Preparedness Week, that's one of the things I think for our state of North Carolina, and I don't know if it's all over, there's going to be a tornado drill all over. Hey, Broke Farmer, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. And so there's going to be for the state of North Carolina on Wednesday morning at 9:30, there's going to be a tornado drill statewide. And so for those in here that are in North Carolina, you'll hear everything. It'll start going on the phones just as if there was a system. They're going to have what I'm reading. The phones are going to be going off on television, the radio stations, everything that you would normally get if there's true severe weather. That will start happening on Wednesday morning at 9:30. So hopefully 9:30 in the morning. So if you're in your areas, I think a lot of the areas in the nation are having it. And so just be mindful that that's a drill. Once you start to hear that is a drill. The weather has been beautiful for the past few days, supposed to get cooler on Thursday with expected rain in Cassandra, South Fulton Garden. That's really about the same thing here. It's been really hot. Tomorrow will be almost 80, and that is not normal for this area. So I won't be surprised if we get another cold snap. So broke, as tempting as it may be to go out and plant some trees here in my area, I got to be really careful. Because I do believe it will get back. It may get back cool here, and I don't want to lose everything. Last year, I lost a lot of things due to the wind, and we have had really high winds. We've had really high winds, and so I lost a lot of my plants outside due to that. Hey, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD chick. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, we're in here talking about the weather, how everyone's weather is. How are you doing, Yankee sister? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everyone in here. I appreciate you coming tonight. We wanted to talk about this week. This whole week is Severe Weather Preparedness Week in North Carolina. And it may be nationwide where we recognize this week, because we are getting into those seasons of thunderstorms, of tornadoes. I know last week there were several people in here that were already under tornado watches last week. And a lot of people had some severe weather last week. So we wanted to make sure that we talk about that, and that on Wednesday, if your area is participating, I know here we're at 9:30 a.m. There is going to be a tornado drill, so everyone can watch the tornado or be prepared for the tornado drill. So I need to look into that myself a little more. So broke, it's 81 degrees where you are. Is it cooling, gonna cool off? Hey, Yolanda the gardener, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So if you have 81, then will you cool off this week? Bougie, okay, you speaking to Tia. Como está? Yes. Hello, the New Orleans gardener. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I know, did you see my king cake? I was able to get my king cake finally delivered to me over the weekend. And yes, Nikki, uh I really was that the cake was good. Let me just say that the cake was really good. And so I thought that I was going to freeze some of it, but I think that cake will be gone before it has any opportunity to get old or stale. So Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD chick, it was good. It really was. Hey, Martika, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, Miss Shirley, the OG gardener. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Good. Good. Yes, it was good. It's good for sure. For sure. And so we're just the king cake looked delicious. The king cake was delicious. Absolutely. A few days, your low is going to be 45, broke farmer. Ours is going to be in the 30s. So we're going to have to be very careful here about putting things outside. And then the winds are so high. It's been very windy lately. Barb, you saw you saw that king cake too. I tell you, I kind of forgot. I had to cut out a lot of my eating out of my video because it was good, and so I had to cut a lot out. I showed a lot, but I tell you, that cake was good. If you haven't had any, go ahead, look at getting you some. Hey, Juicing with Jay, how are you? Blessings to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi, Tara Jones Williamson. How are you? Oh, welcome to the live. It's your first time on the live stream. Well, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Hopefully, you'll hear something and meet some folks here. This is a wonderful community that we have here. We'll answer any type of questions that you have, know something about almost everything. So, yes. Does king cake count as meatless? It absolutely does. It better might, because I've certainly had some today. So that king cake really does. But yes, welcome, 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 Sarah, and welcome to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. I you all know that I like to give away some things, and I like to give away seeds. I like to give away various things dealing with whether we're preserving, whether we're talking about jarring it up, or whether we're talking about preparedness. I do like to give away things, and tonight will not be any different. We'll still be giving away some things tonight. And so I think it's 15 minutes in, and I like to usually give away several different things. So, oh, well, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're gonna give away something. And if for you all that don't know, Blessed Family, that's my sister. Blessed Family is my sister. She's the youngest girl out of there are 5 girls. I have 4 siblings, 4 sisters, 5 girls, 3 boys, and she is the youngest in the family. So, hello, TLC in the garden. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So she said she's having computer issues tonight. She is. It's been really windy in this area, and so she's having some computer issues right now. So I'm gonna wait. She had some questions that she was going to ask. Family, amen, Nikki. Family is everything. Very true. Hello, Anna Nana Garden 8B. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Family is everything. Hold on to your family, people. I'm serious. Just hold on to them tight. Take care of them and love them. Because I definitely love my family. My daughter is in here as well. KJ's Healthful Living. That's my daughter. And I'm glad to see you in here as well. Yes. So I'm going to give away some seeds. So this is what I want to give away to begin with. So I have radishes, lettuce, and spinach. Now, whenever Blessed Family's computer is unlocked, she'll be able to ask some questions. But you guys know I don't have a whole lot of questions, but I like to do numbers. I think it's just a lot easier for me to do some numbers. So that's what I want to do tonight. And my friends that are not in the States, I'm sorry, but you can't really win the seeds tonight. I do. Yes. Thank you, Walking in Divine Purpose. I appreciate it. I really do. And I'm going to, I think my computer is fine. You guys still see me and hear me fine? Okay. Okay. You're good now, Blessed Family. You have a question. You ready? Okay. So Blessed Family has a question. She's going, thank you guys. Everybody can hear me and see me. I appreciate it. Thank you. So Blessed Family has a question that she's going to ask. Thank you. Thank you. And she's going to ask a question, and then the first person that she sees that gets the answer, then she'll let us know who that is. But it'll be for this first set of seeds that I have here: spinach, lettuce, and radishes. So, Blessed Family, go ahead and put your question in. So we're going to wait on Blessed Family to put her question in. I appreciate everyone coming in. I do. If you haven't hit that like button, please consider doing so. And Blessed Family is in the process of putting her question in. Make sure that she is still good to go. She says she is still good to go. So, okay. So Blessed Family has put her question in. What are the 4 home food preservation techniques Crystal has discussed on this channel? Okay. So she's asking for the 4 techniques. Yeah, she's asking for the 4 techniques of preservation, home food preservation. What are the 4 home food preservation techniques Crystal has discussed on this channel? So if you watched all of the Jar It Up series that's going on, I did. I think I did all 4: canning, dehydrating, freezing, freeze drying, canning, dehydrating, freezing, and freeze drying. That's really close, Cheryl, but I'm gonna let um, Bless family. Bless family. Okay, she said stop. Who did you see that has that? Dehydrating, water bath, pressure, fermenting, freezing, canning, and drying. Mhm. So we're waiting for Blessed family to say who she saw that had it in there first. Thank you, Walking in Divine Purpose. Can you all play Sister Crystal's playlist? Help her get to that level. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Walking in Divine Purpose, Sister Nisha. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, Blessed Family is looking to see. They type too fast. Mike, I'm with you. I am not fast like that. I'm not fast at all when it comes to the typing. I have to talk and then I let it do the talking then or the typing after I talk. Canning, right. So we are waiting. So bless one finger. You know, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD is chick. I'm the same way. They do type awful fast. I'm just with my fingers. So she's writing that down. So she's getting the winner for this first one. And I'll put this one aside. She's looking to as she's looking or trying to see who won on her end. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think she just sent me a text to see if I saw who it was. Let's see. So the 4 things that I did was oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm going to go back and see what it was. So I did some canning, and canning is the same whether it's whether you said pressure canning or water bath canning. That's one was canning. I dehydrated, I did some freezing, and I did some fermenting. So I think that was I think that's the everyday life. But let's see. Oh, an OCD is chick is who I believe had those 4 things in that way: canning, freeze drying. I don't have a freeze dryer, so I didn't do any freeze drying, but I did some fermenting, some freezing, some canning, and I did some drying, some dehydrating. Steam, yes, I didn't do any steam canning, Miss Shirley. So I didn't do any of that. So I do think that it is the everyday life of an OCD is chick. I do. I think that's who it is. Hello, my granny's garden. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, absolutely. I sure will. Miss Shirley, please send your seeds to Miss Shirley. So, Miss Shirley, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD chick, is sending her seeds to you, and I will show you what seeds you have. So, Miss Shirley, if you could please send me your address, I will appreciate that, Miss Shirley. If you send me your address, and then I'll get those seeds out to you. Absolutely. Very good. Congratulations, Nikki. And I appreciate that. That was very nice of you giving that to Miss Shirley. So they will be on the way once you give me your information. So send that to whole new perspective at gmail.com. Whole new perspective at gmail.com. Congratulations. We appreciate that. Hey, Jazzy's Beauty Studio and more. Good to see you. Thank you for putting that in there, KJ. I appreciate you putting that in there. Yes, let's congratulate Nikki and Miss Shirley. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we talked a little bit about this week and this, one of the things I'm doing for the month of March is preparedness. Is preparedness. So hashtag preparedness 2023. And right now it is preparedness week in North Carolina. And I do believe it's nationwide. They want to prepare you for weather, for bad weather. Yes, congratulations. Everybody is congratulating the OCD-ish chick as well as Miss Shirley. So Miss Shirley, if you do, just send me your address, and then I'll get that in the mail to you. Absolutely. Great. And so the other thing that I wanted to talk about that is will be Monday, actually Sunday, at least where I am in the state of North Carolina, daylight saving time. In the chat, can you put in the chat if you all have daylight saving time? Yes or no? Do you have daylight saving time? Yes or no? Yes, Chazzy's Beautiful Studio and more. Welcome in. Welcome in. With the hot and the wind weather there, yes, chances of for tornadoes. And we definitely saw a lot of that last week. You all have daylight saving. Daylight saving. Yes, yes. Daylight saving. Yes, springing forward. Springing forward. So most everyone in here has daylight saving. Hello, Hoyt Robinson. How are you? Welcome to the live. I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you were able to make it. It's her first live. Great. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, Lolita Mar. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome. So it's daylight saving time for you as well. And that starts Saturday, I guess Sunday morning at 2:00 a.m. And that is where we spring forward. Who all knows the meaning behind the whole daylight savings? I thought it was for one thing, but I found after reading that it was really for something else. So it starts at 2 a.m. on March 12th. Star in the sun. Mm-hmm. And a lot of, there are a lot of folks in Congress right now that's wanting to make it permanent, But there are a lot of folks that specialize in sleep and things like that just don't believe that that's such a great idea. How do you all feel about daylight saving time? How do you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you like daylight saving time? You think that it's beneficial to you? Yes. You good with it? Lolita Mar, she says, I'm good. Good. Yes, that's daylight saving in New Jersey as well. Time switches. It takes adjusting for you. Yes, Maria Graham, you like it. Yankee sister Homestead, you don't like it. What don't you like about it, Yankee sister? What don't you like about it? Only when you get to fall back more asleep is when you like it. When it falls back and it's not daylight saving time. Well, when I thought that daylight saving had to do with farming, actually. I thought it was all about farming. But as I read more about it, it was to implement it and repealed a lot of times throughout the year or throughout history. But it started in 1918. You don't mind falling back because you get to get more sleep. You get very tired and sleepy, Yankee sister. Yes, healthful. KJ's Healthful Living, you'd like to stay, no more back and forth, takes adjusting. I'm just like Yankee sister. It makes me extremely tired and sleepy, and it doesn't matter which one. I still get tired and sleepy for either one, whether I'm springing forward or falling back. It really does. And I'm still trying to determine why that happens, but like I was saying, it started in 1918 and 1919 through 1942, and it all had to do with the war. And in 1945, it was started to conserve energy. And I don't know how many people are in here that were in 1974. I certainly was. But 1974, they experimented with permanent daylight saving time to help with the oil crises. So I thought that was interesting too. That in 1974, from January to October, they had permanent daylight saving time to help with the oil crisis. So, yes, yes. Hello, how are you doing, Bamet, with Arthur Butler? More outdoor time. So it's lighter, longer. Takes the body a while to adjust. Takes the body some time to adjust. That's what a lot of people are saying. Don't know, but a lot of the folks that study sleep, they don't feel like it's a good thing for the body. Hello, how are you doing, Fifi's Journey? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Hey, Nikki Walker, how are you doing? No, you're fine. You are right on time, Nikki. You are just right on time. Good to see you. Glad that you came. So we were in here. We were talking a little bit about, I know in North Carolina, and I think it's nationwide, this week is Severe Weather Preparedness Week. Is anyone else having that in your area? Or is it just my area in North Carolina? Severe Weather Preparedness Week. Anyone else having that? I didn't hear anyone else really talk about it. I know we've talked about it, or it's been in the news here this week. You're not, no one else. You don't have severe weather this time of year in the north. Okay. Tara, where are you at? What area or state are you in? So no one else really has this type of severe weather this time of year. Well, we really do in North Carolina. I imagine South Carolina and Georgia, you all probably have severe weather this time of year as well. You're in Michigan. Okay, excuse me. So you don't have to worry right now too much about the severe weather. Are you having a lot of snow right now? Are you having a lot of snow in your area? Or is it warm like it is in most other areas? You've had bad winds Friday. We had a lot of winds, and actually this week it's been a lot of bad winds, and so it's really a good time for us to really talk about this type of weather. And so for us on Wednesday, there's going to be this drill for tornadoes. It's been very you've had a very mild winter, it snows and then it melts. It's been that way all winter long. Yeah, and so we wonder what the summer is gonna be like because a lot of us had really different type of winter weather, very mild winters actually. And and just wondering what the summer is going to be like. Florida does have some severe weather as well. And you're having severe weather preparedness week? Yes. Because you have severe weather as well, and especially right now with the way the weather is changing from hot to cold to windy, back to hot to cold. It's something to really think about and to prepare for, know what you're going to do and have your families plan together. And that was the one thing that they talked about here in North Carolina. I really didn't go over the list, but it's pretty much the same list that I've gone over before. Your weather has been Fifi's journey. Our weather has been really mild this winter. You're in Massachusetts. It snows, same thing. It snows and then it melts. Wow. February was the mildest in exactly, Miss Shirley, OG Gardner. February was the mildest in many years, and it's scary. We had in the 80s in our area, we had a lot of record breaking heats. And you're right, we don't know what it's going to be like the spring with it already being this hot. You Tara, you said you're very curious to see how your first year gardening will be this spring and summer in Michigan. It has. I think everyone's weather has really been bipolar. It really has. And then if you're trying to grow your crops or your things that are for cold, then they're already bolting. So very rare. Yankee Sister says it's very rare with tornadoes in Connecticut. You still get the nor'easter, major dump of snow. You're getting a lot of snow. Wow. Wow. So it's just been all over the place. The weather has just been all over the place. So for those of us that even for the weather, if you think about it, and you think about all the emergencies that can happen where you do need to leave. Think about something like in Ohio, the water situation. You do have to make sure that you are prepared for those sorts of things. You're praying that you can have time things out, attentive, and be attentive enough and have a great harvest. Absolutely, Tara. We're praying for that as well. Absolutely. Your area will be doing the tornado and flood preparedness month in your area. You had a tornado watch or warning. Oh, wow, Bob. You had that this past Friday, the tornado watch and the tornado warning. Yes. And see, in our area, we've had tornado warnings and watches as well. Last year we had 21 tornadoes to touch down. I'm just reading it. A lot of damaging storms. Last year we had a lot of floods. We get a lot of flooding in the Carolinas, and there were a lot of deadly floods last year. And so you have to pay attention to what's going on with this weather right now. Just because last year or the year before you did not get that severe weather, it certainly doesn't mean that you're not going to get that severe weather this year with everything that's going on. You think the winter slept on you this year in zone 7? Yes, yes. And so we're just going to have to really pay attention to what's going on. 5A, 5B, 6A, as well as Grand Rapids, Michigan, didn't have any of those storms or issues. Yes, praying for in Barb's area, the tornadoes, the tornado warnings, the tornado watches. Yes, and not a drop of snow here, no ice. We usually get ice, and I was really surprised that we haven't gotten any ice. Can definitely see getting severe weather, although it's not. That's exactly right. It's definitely not normal. But right now, we don't, what is considered normal. The weather is all over the place. The weather pattern is all over the place. The weather is so wishy-washy. You feel like you must stay ready. Exactly, Nikki. Stay ready at all times. Exactly. Stay ready at all times because you really don't know if you're going to have to go, shelter in place. If you have somewhere that you're going to shelter in place, South Carolina is having high winds warning about every day this week. And that is what is concerning, Bamit, with Arthur Butler, is a lot of those heavy, high winds 2 years ago. And I think it was, well, I know it was in April, the winds were so high here. We had a tree fall on our house, actually fell on my husband's car, total lost the car, and we were really fortunate because he was outside blowing leaves. And it just so happened that he had taken the earplugs out and he could hear the trees cracking. And so he was really blessed that he wasn't under the trees when they fell. So we're thankful for that. So you do have to be ready and you have to be prepared at all times, for sure. All of your power is underground. Your power lines are underground. So do you ever lose power, Yankee sister? Because ours is too, but we still lose some power. Yes. Yes. The weather is all over the place. Sorry, y'all. Glad. Yes. Hi, Sanov. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, so everybody need to stay safe, be mindful. Thank you, blessed family. Be mindful of your weather wherever you are, because it is one way 1 minute and another way the next minute. So just be mindful of that. Be prepared. If you don't have, like for us, if you don't have preparedness week in your area, then still make sure that you are prepared, because we really don't know what normal temperatures or normal weather is anymore, because we are having areas that don't have snow, has snow, areas that don't get floods. And then there's so many of us that are having all these high winds, uh, tornado type weather. So everybody just take care and be very careful about that. Okay, thank you so much. Much love to you. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I want to give away some more seeds here, y'all. I think what I want to give away, let me see what I want to give away this time. I'm going to give away, this is going to be some herbs this time. I want to give away some herbs. You'll look up your area to find out if there's a preparedness week or information about it. Thank you. That's really good, Fifi. I appreciate that. And that way that will help you, because for us, it definitely is preparedness, severe weather preparedness week. And that's one of the things that we're talking about. The schools are practicing it. Actually, the state is practicing it. And then on Wednesday at 9:30, everyone will be practicing the tornado drill at everyone will be practicing the tornado drill at 9:30 Wednesday morning. So that's going to be something great. So look up in your towns, everyone, in your states, and see if you all are practicing this week, because I did see that a lot of states were practicing and some are not right now. How are you doing, Sifting with Some Soil and More? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, if you haven't done so, please hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you, KJ. I appreciate that. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to give away, you all can't see this. We're going to give away some thyme, some basil, and some cilantro. Some thyme, some basil, and some cilantro. Practicing, it really is good to do, Sanal. It is really good to do, whether you are practicing with your preps. Bougie is good about that. Bougie, practicing with your preps and just practicing all together. Your severe weather preparedness week is March 19th through the 25th. That's great. That's great. So your area will be practicing then. So I do think a lot of states have it. So just look up in your state when the actual preparedness week is for severe weather, and then just be prepared. If you start hearing the weather alerts, the sirens and all of that, you'll know that it is the test that they're doing. And I don't know if they're going to say this is a test, this is only a test, probably will. And but at least you know that everything will be going off. I know here in North Carolina at the same time on Wednesday. So Georgia, it's May 1st, the week of May 1st is when you'll be having yours. Okay, okay. Your area had 90 plus mile an hour winds and severe thunderstorms last year. Wow. You had trees fall everywhere with no power, keeping the three generators and all prep gear on standby. Barb, I'm telling you, that's one of the things that we've had to do too. You know, have to keep everything on standby when we had the power outage. But then, the thing is, when you have the trees around like us, the tree hits the house, and especially if you have rain, you have to be prepared. You got to have your tarps ready to go on top of your roof, because you don't want the water coming in if the tree hits your house. So make sure you have some tarps. Always have you some tarps. And yes, you're doing really great to make sure you have everything ready. I don't know if what type of generators you have, but it's great that you're keeping those together. And even with us, even with our power being underground, we still lose power. We do. We still lose power. So I want to go ahead and give away the seeds. And I'm going to put a number. I'm doing numbers, y'all, because that just is very easy for me to do. The rain can be very destructive. We had flash floods last year in the area, and a lot of lives were lost because of the flash floods in the area last year. So you really got to be mindful of the rain, in your area too. I have the creeks by me, and they rise. They come up to my neighbor's yard, not to my yard, but they definitely come up to my neighbor's yard for sure. So, guys, I am writing a number. I've written down a number from 1 to 100 for the seeds. I was trying to find the seeds again. I think it was thyme, basil, and cilantro. There we go. I still don't see it. I still don't see it. Yes, you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's the truth, Nikki. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Now is definitely the time, if you haven't done it, to get ready. Don't see it yet. I still don't see it. Stop, stop, stop. I see it. I see it, but I'm going to go back and just to make sure that no one else put it first, but I definitely see it. They started moving kind of quick. And this is the number 11. Tara Jones Williamson. Congratulations. So if you would please just email me your address, whole new perspective at gmail.com. Thank you. Hello, B. How are you doing? And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, PW. You have two of these. If a tree or heavy branch falls on your roof, you cannot get on the roof. Yeah, yeah. You want to donate yours to a first time gardener in the chat. I'm not sure who a first time gardener is. Okay. Is there anyone who's a first time gardener? You're a first time gardener? Anyone else in the chat That's a first-time gardener that would like some seeds. Heavy tree branch falls on your roof. You can't get on the roof. I know, I know. She's asking if there's anyone else that's a first-time gardener. She wants to donate them to someone else in the chat. Is there any other first-time gardeners? Your second season outside, so new enough. Very good. Mike. So we're gonna Mike, send me your address, and I'm gonna drop these in the mail to you. Yes, I'm gonna send these to Mike. Mike, I hope you do really well outside this year. You are the man when it comes to hydroponics. I know you said you had trouble outdoors, but congratulations. Send me your address, whole new perspective at gmail.com, and I will get these in the mail to you. Good. Congratulations. Congratulations. Guys, we also talked a little bit about the daylight saving time and how that affects people, you know. Yes, that's right. If they work indoors, they'll work outdoors too. I'm sure that they will. I'm sure that they will, you know. So I'm excited about that, Mike, to see how you grow outdoors. You need some seeds. So who is it? Blessed Family. Mike does do quite a bit of hydroponic growing, you know. So you can definitely check out some of the things that he's doing with the hydroponics for sure. For sure. And and then let's talk your happy is not peppers. You dislike all the time changes, leave the clocks alone. Yes, no. The time changes are definitely hard. But you know, one of the things they say is that if they leave it on the daylight saving time, that a lot of people will be too long at night, you know, that they'll be in the dark a lot longer, and that it'll be 9:30 in the morning before the sun is in some of the areas, and that we need the sun to wake up. The sun helps us wake up, you know. And so there are so many people that definitely are not fans of this daylight saving time, you know. Uh, are there any folks in here that if the time stayed to daylight saving, that it'll be 9:30 in the morning before your sun comes up? Because think about that. That'd be pretty tough. Your sun doesn't come up till 9:30 in the morning. You need it, and you need the daylight saving time in Michigan, but it does wreak havoc on your sleep. Sun flare activity is up, or coronal mass ejection may hit us and be similar to an EMP in some respects. How are y'all preparing just in case? Faraday cages. Does anyone in here have a Faraday cage? Anyone in here have one? I don't have one. I don't have one, but I do have a cheap version, which is supposed to work. I really won't know for sure. I don't know if these Faraday cages will work, but to wrap it in foil, wrap it in cloth first, like your old school radios. Wrap them. Bouger, are you still in here? Do you have a Faraday cage? Bouger may be a person that may have one. If you're in here, she may have a Faraday cage. She very well might. You live on mountain time. So Cheryl, your time never changes. Wow. Wow. So you don't have to worry about that. And so is it dark earlier or later in the mornings? How is that in the mornings? What time is it right now where you are on Mountain Time? Right now, I'm on Eastern Time, and it is 8:55 here in Eastern Time. I think Central Time is 7:55 in Central Time. And so you're in Mountain Time, and it doesn't change at all. You're in Georgia now. When you were in Arizona, it was Mountain Time. Ah, okay, okay. And now you're on Eastern Time. Yep, in Georgia on Eastern Time. So Arizona is Mountain Time. It never changes. In the fall and the winter, you get the light at 8 a.m. Yeah, because of daylight saving time. If you didn't, it'd be 9 or 9ish or so before you got the sun. And that's why they were saying that there was an issue with not changing it, is because it would just be 9:30 before a lot of people, before the sun came up. You have school, you have a lot of different things. So Boucher has a Faraday cage, and so check her out. Check her out. Bougie has one. I figured if anyone would have one, that she would have it. What all do you have in yours, Bougie? What do you have in your cage, your Faraday cage? It gets dark 4:30 p.m. Wow. That is pretty early to get dark. But here it starts at 5:30 in Eastern time. It'll start to get dark. Yes. So is anyone else in here preparing for any other things, that's going on, like EMPs or electromagnetic pulses, any of those sorts of things, or have any Faraday cages? Anyone else in here have that? Think very big. Hmm. Thinking very big, Bouger. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that was one of the things that we talked about. And one of the things, Pupe, I was gonna say, if you go back and check some of my other older videos out, you'll see a lot of the things that you ask questions about sometimes. You just go back and check them out. Cyber attacks happen daily. They really do. They do. They happen daily. Uh, you know, Dole Foods, I talk about them sometimes because I have friends that work there. They had a massive, big cyber attack. My health insurance company, or where they had a cyber attack. So it is, cyber attacks are happening all the time, for sure, for sure. We just have to know how the best that we can protect our own information. And a lot of that really is on the rise, for sure, for sure. You think very highly. To protect. Well, I know that you have some things. I know that you do. You're working on a lot of those things. You're preparing. I've seen a lot of the things that you have. So I definitely think that you will have that, for sure. You have a cage, not just a device to protect your solar batteries from an EMP. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I have yours. Miss Shirley, I have it. Thank you. So no, you are just preparing for life. Your internet hadn't worked since the Nichols issue in Memphis. You haven't had internet? A lot of control going on. Yeah. Yeah. And then with the way the winds are, the internet's going down, and whether it's being attacked or not. So you have to be prepared to be without the internet. That goes to something we talked about before, and that is having books, being prepared for books. A lot of things come back to old things, right? What's old is new again, having a lot of books so that you know how to do things, for sure. Your old virtual assistant lived in Tennessee and was without internet for months. Yes, internet is off and on, in and out. I've been having that problem too. I have. So no, yep, just so much going on. So you really need to make sure that we're not so dependent. We become dependent, me included, upon the internet. You can Google you can Google and do all these things, but I love my books. I say it all the time. And just make sure that you have books. Go check out, I don't know if people are still doing yard sales, garage sales. Libraries have a lot of books that are free as well. I know my library does, so you can have that. Just go and get some books for things that you need. You have a problem, your internet is going in and out. Thank you, Tara. That's what I was trying to think of. Thrift stores, Goodwills, places like that. Get your books there. Build a great physical library. Your grandmother. Yes, stay prepared covers all topics. And that was the thing. We grew up, with books. And I was talking to my daughter about that, my oldest daughter about that. We're talking about books and we're talking about an encyclopedia. We had a set of encyclopedias, and that was a huge deal back then. We had a dictionary and we had encyclopedias, and it was a big deal to have those things back then. And so it's now just trying to have a set of books to be able to help anything that you may need. Covers all topics. Mike says you can make an EMP proof cage by putting an item into Dollar Tree waste baskets, tape the top to top. You can learn to make a lot of that. And really too, Mike, if you can wrap stuff, you can wrap it in foil, but before you wrap it in foil, you need to make sure that you have some type of cloth over it to protect it. So you can wrap it in a cloth first, then you wrap it in tin foil, and that will help as well. And not going to do everything, but you'll have some things. I think you're just going to have to do what you just be as prepared as you can be is what I'll say. Start with the simple things that you need: water and food. Hey, hands in the dirt, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. So just start with those things. Well, guys, we've been on here for an hour. We're going to get off, but before I do want to thank everybody in here. They have EMP bags and fabric on the big, they do. But listen, before we get off, just look and notice all the people that were new. If you have a channel, raise your hand. Go check out somebody new, guys. Check out somebody new that you don't know. Check them out. Check their channel out. There are so many different people in here, and some may not know some. And yes, if you have a channel, check them out. Yolanda, she needs to grow. She's trying to grow. She's doing a great job over there. And so go check her out, y'all. Go check her out. Go check Nikki. Yep, sifting some soil. Miss Shirley, the OG gardener, check her out. TLC in the garden. Cassandra's South Fulton Garden, check her out. Yankee Sister Homestead, go check her out. Bouger, check her out. Check out Cassandra's South Fulton Garden, TLC in the garden. Yes, so no, go check each other out. There's so many people in here. My granny's garden, a lot of people that may not know each other, some that do. Check each other out. And then there are a lot of people or several other folks in here that have lives. I know that if you have a live stream, Hands in the Dirt and Nikki Bouger, they have one tomorrow on Hands in the Dirt's channel. I'm sorry, theirs is not tomorrow. It's Wednesday, Wind Down Wednesday. The New Orleans Gardener, there she is. You have a wonderful evening as well. She has a live tomorrow night. Go check her out. Check out Miss Shirley. Where are you at? Miss Shirley, the OG gardener. She has a live on Thursday nights. So put your times in there. Everyone, check each other out. Take care. I really appreciate everyone coming in tonight. Thank you all so much. Have a great night, the New Orleans Gardener. Thank you, the Everyday Life of an OCD chick. Take care. Good night. Bless family. Take care. Hands in the dirt. Good to see you, man. Take care. Cassandra South Fulton Gardner. Good night. Have a wonderful week. Yes. Thank you, Yankee sister. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful one. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Take care. Bouger Prepper, enjoy the rest of your evening as well. Thank you guys for coming by. Miss Shirley's live is Thursday at 7 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for putting that in there. Have a good night. Hands in the Dirt, Sharon Fuller, Sono. You're going to have to start doing your lives. Please start back. Good to see everyone. I want to thank everyone once again. Have a blessed night. Lolita, take care. My Granny's Garden. Good to see everyone. Veggie Farms, how are you? Thank you. I appreciate it. Catch the replay. Everyone take care. Have a blessed week. And we'll see you later.